Hi, I'm Revanth. This is part 3 of a web services video series. In this session we will discuss error handling in web service. Important synopsis we will discuss in this video are: what is SOAP exception, effect of SOAP exception, error handling in web service. So let's begin the tutorial. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of this web services video series, I strongly recommend to watch before proceeding this video. Basically, this is the interview question: what is SOAP exception? SOAP exception means unhandled exception in the web service. If any error occurs in the web service, if the error is not handled properly, it returns this system.webservices.protocol.soap exception. Server was unable to process the request. We get this SOAP exception. So when the error occurs, web service returns this error in the form of SOAP exception. Effect of SOAP exception: when client starts requesting the web service from client application. Here the client application means consumed web service. In part 2 of this video series I have discussed how to consume web service. If everything goes well in the web service, it returns a HTTP response. If error occurs in the service, if the error is not handled properly, it returns SOAP exception to the client. Error handling in web service: if the error is handled in the web service properly, it returns proper error message to the client. Let's look in action how to handle SOAP exception. In previous part 2 of this video series, we have created this consuming web service. Here the code is very straightforward. I have created the service call. I have called the division method in the web service. Input parameters has the first value has integer, second value has integer. Result I am displaying in the label result. Let's quickly run our project and check the response. Enter first value, enter second value, operation has divided by calculate. The result is 2, and if we give the second value as 0, click on calculate button, so we get SOAP exception. This is because we have not handled the proper error message to return to the client when this SOAP exception occurs. Attempted to divide by 0. Let's quickly check what we have written in the web service. This is the service method which we have called from the client application. This division method takes input parameters as int a and int b. The division I am returning has the result. Error handling in web service: there are many ways to handle errors in web service. This is one approach. Another way is to returning the string value as a message to the client. Let's look in action how to create error handling in web service. Let's create one class with two properties for result and the error message. Right click on the project, add new item, select a class file, name it as service response. Click on add button, click on yes. Class is created. Give two properties, one for the result and one for the error message. String result, string error message. Click on save button. Now exception. These are try and catch blocks. Let's remove this code. Let's create the constructor for the class file. Web service response object equal to new response dot result equal to a divided by b, and this is the integer value. Convert dot to string, and the message is empty. Error message equal to string dot empty. If error occurs, response dot result equal to string dot empty, and response dot error message equal to ex dot message. And what we have to return, we have to return this object, return response. Build the solution. Let's quickly run our project. Select division. Enter 4 has the first value, second value has 2. Click on invoke button. Returns the result has 2 and error message is empty. Let's give the denominator as 0. Click on invoke button. So result has empty and error message is attempted to divide by 0. Consuming this service in the client application. Let's open client application. Click on service reference 1. Click on update service reference. That will update the service. So service reference update completed. Now remove all this code. As the response and client dot division. Copy this code. If response dot result not equal to string dot empty, we have to print the result. Else lbl dot text equal to, copy this line and paste it here. Error, color is red, and response dot let's build the solution. Let's run the project. Give the first value has 4, second value has 2. Click on calculate button. So the result is 2. Second value has 0. Click on calculate button. So error occurred, attempted to divide by 0. So the service returns this error message. Error handling is very important in web services to return a proper error message to the client.
Thanks for watching. For references and resources, visit these links and subscribe to my YouTube channel for email alerts. Thank you.